I'm just reading some of the comments that some of the people said about my thing. You're nuts, man. It's like, actually, yeah. Well, having people basically write stupid comments. Well, I mean, you don't know. They don't really know the thing though. So, I mean, it's complicated. Like I said, people can't tell me. You don't even know about the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and yet you all lie underneath it, or basically, use it. I mean, you don't know who created the court system, other than basically Phidias Fogg. No, Saint Symptemias, blah 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 blah. It's like you don't really. I mean. You all, I mean, like sheriffs wear star badges and you don't know what it means. You don't know why it's a star. You don't know why there's a star badge. All you know is sheriff. And yet you read a Bible. You don't know who wrote it. You don't know why it was written. You don't even know where it was written. Like you go to church and you pray to a God. Or you basically join a group, although you probably join that group because of the tax benefits or because of the people that are there. Maybe probably using the church as basically a meat market. Like, oh yeah, look at all those nice cute daughters and all those other women. And who knows what kind of money they can have. Anyway, it's basically just a meeting group though, a meeting area. I mean, you basically use computers. You don't know who designed them. You don't know where they came from. You probably don't even know where your cell phone was actually built. And you don't know who your cell phone was built by, do you? You go out and you get gas in your car. You don't know who invented that gas. You barely even know how the engine works. I mean, you date a guy. You live in a country. You don't really know who set the laws in your country. You don't even know why the police officers are doing what they're doing in their country. Like, have you ever been to Washington, D.C.? Do you know anything about the White House? Do you even know who built the White House? Well, I'm dressing you down. Anyway, though, I mean, you talk to people online. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't even know if you're talking to a real person half the time. You pay bills. You don't know who invented the meters for the house you live in. Do you even pay taxes? Like, you don't know who invented the meters on your gas mains. Like for the longest time, everybody thought drugs were legal everywhere, and it's like, no, actually, they're very legal in many countries. In fact, you can just go and pretty much order them from what's called. You can go get truckloads of methamphetamine. From at least 2 or 3 countries around the world. You just go there, you hand them the money, and they'll give you a briefcase of methamphetamine, or ecstasy, or cocaine, whatever you want. Truckloads. Do you know why that is? Do you even know who owns that country? Do you know who set the laws for that country? No. Do you really know who Lucifer Star is? Do you know who Lucifer is? Do you even know who the president of the United States is? Or the world leader? Like, do you even know who tells the police department what to do? Or why to do it? Like, do you know anything? No. Do you know who set the curriculum for what's taught in schools? Do you even know who Germany was? No. I mean, do you even know if the Holocaust actually happened? Do you even know who the Holocaust was perpetrated by? Do you know why you're not dead? Do you even know what kind of diseases you can get if you just randomly have sex with lots of women? Do you even know how many times your girlfriend or boyfriend has had sex? Do you even know the real parents for your boyfriend or girlfriend? No. Like, how do you know? Maybe he's just some guy who paid some people to pretend to be his parents. Maybe he's actually killed 50 people, and you don't know. You're just cruising around with him. He seems nice enough. Anyway, while I'm dressing you down, basically, Anyway, though, the fact is that humans today know nothing. Do you know where you've come from? Do you know what planet you're on, even? Do you know where in the universe you are? No. Do you know anything? Do you know who built Hubble? No. Do you know who designed the space shuttle? Do you know where the space shuttle was even built? No. Probably not. Do you know who pays the police department? Do you know who built the jails? No. Okay. Anyway, but I know that there's lots of hackers and lots of computer people that have been going around stealing money, doing all kinds of really bad stuff. And basically, they're real big pieces of you know what. Anyway, eventually they'll die. You know, that's the one thing that I learned a long time ago. That I mean, even people I loved, even people I cared a great deal about, I outlived them all. You know, they all died of old age, or just got tired of living, or didn't have anything left to do in the universe. I lived past them. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. You know, those people who knew things, who used to know things, or used to know what was going on in the universe, or even the planet Earth, you know. Anyway, they made sure I would live. Not that I wanted to. Like I said, I didn't really want to live, but they insisted. Anyway, I don't really care. I need to leave this country. But like I say, I mean, it doesn't really matter where I go. I mean, I'm Lucifer Star. The Lucifer Star. 800 galaxies. Like I said, eventually you'll find out. Eventually your race or your country or whatever will go out into space. And you'll realize that there's 2 galaxies that form a giant space clock. You know, it started out a long time ago. It's just 2 suns or just 2 star systems. You know, and then basically it grew and grew and grew and grew and grew, and now it's 2 galaxies. I wanted a galaxy flyby, and I could build it. So, like I said, that's one thing about Lucifer Star me is that I could build 2 galaxies. Anyway, Rodney told me for 120 years that I was nuts. And people even restricted the being able to look at the stars, because supposedly we're supposed to be going separating, going out, and basically from the Big Bang. Well, there was a really big antimatter explosion once a long time ago, but basically, and besides, a lot of people didn't realize that you can actually change the course of a star. You know, it doesn't have to go one direction. You can actually steer solar systems. It's possible, of course. But a lot of people be like, no, it's not possible to steer whole star systems. It's like, yeah, it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's massive and big, but that doesn't mean you can't move it. You just don't know how. Anyway, I mean, you don't even know if you're in the real universe or in a digital universe. Honestly, as far as you know, I mean, everything, the whole universe around you could be a simulation, and you wouldn't know. I asked the question to a bunch of scientists to see if we were actually in a real world or a simulation. I mean, when you look at this, a long time ago, they actually said it's impossible to do an accurate simulation. You can't do an accurate simulation. But, I mean, then we have this. A little more power, and basically, how do you know that's not the real world? So anyway, there's lots of things that lots of people don't know. And like I said, too, that there's lots of, a lot of stuff has happened, and they were denying it for years, and denying me for years. And it's like, well, actually, massive amounts of technology is out there, and other life forms and other people use it. They do it all the time. There's a whole bunch of existential people running around, basically stealing money and basically doing absolutely no work, and just lying to a bunch of people. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. Anyway, eventually they got hunted down and killed, but or are being hunted down to be killed. Like I said, the masses have a way of dealing with things, and I have no control over it. You know, you get enough people pissed off, and they're going to come after you. It's like that I told Rodney a long time ago. I was like, if you piss off enough people, they will come after you, Rodney. Like they're not going to just sit there and take it. You know, it's one thing. One of the things that I knew a long time ago is that, I mean, it's just the way things are. If you upset enough people, if you're a detriment to the universe, somebody's going to deal with you. So anyway, yeah. So I know about the stupid comments. I mean, they've been telling. Rodney was saying it to my face a long time ago, and then they were saying they're going to squish my head with a rock when I was a child. So I'm used to it. You know, you get used to it. Better than some guy walking up and shooting me for no particular reason. At least we've gotten past that. And I've probably been shot hundreds of millions of times, being the fact that I'm Lucifer Star, owner of the Titanic and everything else. So, anyway, I don't really care. It's like, whatever.